You're in my world now. Welcome. So, we are pretty much where we left off, where I logged out in my new test area. I might need to expand it actually, but for the moment, this will do. Oh, creeper. Heh, you can't get to me. Oh, I think you see me, but you can't get to me. Ha ha. Now then, I'm going to move this. I'm just going to quickly go over a couple of things because I got to go back to the base to get a few supplies. But I'm going to move this so that we have more room for testing. And I also need to basically build a test rail thing. And I'm going to keep this around so that I know when this stops working. I'm even going to go ahead and build it in such a way that it works in all four directions because that seems to be most logical to do. So I'm going to go get that stuff. I'm going to get rail stuff. I'm going to get some wood because I'm going to need to make some boats. I'm also going to move this infinite spring. It needs to be a better spot. So, I wonder what the creepers are doing. There's no shifting in this version either, by the way. So, if I were to walk off, I would simply fall. I cannot shift to keep from falling off. I just have to move very carefully. Yeah, in any case, I'll be right back, and we'll have that moved, and I will set up the rail test thing. But that's probably about it for what I will be... Oh, the minecart test thing, too. I've got to find out if there's any versions that's not going to work in, too. So I'll set that up. So we're going to have like 3 permanent tests set up in here, and then we'll set up, like, I need to figure out the Eats Road thing, and we'll just work on that in here as well. So let me go get all that stuff together, and I will be right back. Welcome back. We've got the testing area, made some progress on getting stuff set up. We're going to start with the stuff that we've already tested and just showcase how it works. It's just a ladder up and down. But we've got access to this. Huh, good thing you can't climb yet. It's actually a really close spot here to the edge. But yeah, that's that one, and then this one is designed to be the test as you're going up, just more accurately from the ground level in this example. And the way it works, you don't fall through the minecarts, so that's a bonus. Here we have our water elevator test set up, the 2 non-working sides and the 2 working sides, which tend towards the, I believe it is south. Let's see, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Okay, so it's the southwest rule, basically. But the way the clouds are going, the sun eventually follows them. And they are flying that way, so that would become west. So the future rule is going to be the northeast rule, maybe? The way the rails connect also follows the southeast rule. Here is a T-junction. No, this is an X-junction. The rest of these are all the different variations of T-junctions, and basically the way to have found out how they work is you've got all 4 placed, and that's how it'll naturally connect. And if you power any junction, they will flip to the complete opposite. So if this gets powered, it flips to this as opposed to this. If this gets powered, it flips to this as opposed to this. Here is a test for which direction the minecart prefers when it hits a straight rail. Once again, everything follows the south east-west rule. But I'm sure the point that y'all are looking forward to, by the way, I'm not done with the rail tests. I've just got to relearn a few things there as well. It's been so long since I messed with that stuff. I think what y'all want to see is this over here. And I need to put a getting out station here as a test. Okay, so this is loading. And I need to put a getting out station here for a test. And then I need to actually continue this and this be the actual how I take off station. But for the moment, let's just see what the boat does. Follows under, keeps under that and under the ladders, and then follows the current and goes all the way through down there. Let's see if it pops up. Ooh, there we go. That so far works, and this is actually the incoming stream for our Eats Road, and the outgoing stream will be on this side. And I want to line the boat up to this wall. So what I've got to figure out now is how to do that. And then basically I'll probably put a boat loader underneath. And we'll have this, we'll have it run up and flow this way. If I can get this figured out as well as a way to control it, and I've got to do some research for that, then we'll be ready to start on the Eats Road. I could probably start by laying some foundation, but I want to be sure of how all this is going to work. And given the very limited amount of space I need, basically one wall over here, 2 for the road, a center divide, 2 for the road, and then another wall, I should be able to just take this road and this road, and I should be able to fit that like towards, let's see, if I'm coming in this way, I want to put it over at that end of the building, because as I come back, I want to see the building standing off more to the right than anything, because that's the side I'll be able to see from. I also need to get plans for the rail system to go over top of Eats Road or underneath. That I'm still indecisive on. And I think for the moment we'll just go ahead and leave this boat here. And well, I know that I have not recorded enough footage for the entirety of the episode, so I think to finish it off, we're gonna go take a look at the spider dungeon. Getting dark. Alright, so basically what we need to do is start digging the area out. I probably don't need this high of a ceiling. Actually, I certainly don't, because I can go that high above it, and everything up here is ceiling. So I'm going to I'm going to fill in this with ceiling, but before I do that, I need to dig everything out. And before I do that, I need to secure everything. And to do that, I'm basically making a cross out of dirt, obviously. But what's not so obvious is that I'm torching all this up. Now, I keep hearing lava nearby, so I'm actually vaguely concerned. because if there's lava nearby, I'm even more concerned if that lava turns out to be below. But either way, I need to extend this out basically 2 more blocks in every single direction, which this way is going to be probably one of the easier ways, maybe. I just know that this is as far as I can possibly go this way. So, if I dig everything out around on the one side and then clear out the wall, got plenty of picks. Alright, let's see how this goes. Actually, I'm not going to spare you all the digging, so I will be right back with the grand reveal. Of course, I'm digging around and I find a cave. It's one I've already explored and lit up, but regardless, a little bit on the concerned side because this cave is very slightly in the way and there's lava very nearby. And I've got plenty of resources right here I can mine, but I'm not going to right away because I'm not exactly sure what's going on that way. So I'm going to continue mining this out. 3 and 2. So the rest of the direction I go is basically that way. And I'm actually, because I know that I've been here, I'm just going to close it off on this direction. And we'll come back to the cave through that direction. And I might just do that off camera. Depends on the interest in seeing another caving episode. Anyway, back to digging. Well, I've made some progress in digging this place out. And I kind of left that because I'm probably going to end up cobbling up the entire roof. May even do the wall. I don't know. I do know that it's going to be a little parkoury to get to all this dirt unless I do something about that. But either way, I've got it designed so that the torches are going to light all the way to the end. I really, if you think about it, I really only need one lane of dirt in order to pull that off, not a whole cross section. Because if the torch that's sitting here can get to that corner, then why do I need a torch over there? Because the torch that would go here would get to that edge. That's actually probably going to be a way to save on resources in the future in attempts to do this. I can't believe I didn't think of that little bit sooner. I mean, the cross section, I guess, is better, but at the same time is unnecessary. Not a single spider is spawning, and that should stay that way until I get done digging this out. At this point, I need to go, let's see. I don't quite remember now. I think I need to go about 3 or 4 more spaces down, at which point, because that, well, let's just drop down, lines up with this, and to go as low as I want to go, the only option I'm going to have is to funnel them into a spot that I can kill them. And I'm not exactly sure where I want to do that. Because the only place that I can continue to go down easily enough is right here. And so if I were to funnel them to a place I can kill them, I'd have to funnel it down here. I don't know. Maybe over here. But, as you recall, in that little clip that I showed, we ran into a cave right there that goes down. So, there's a few things that I'm not thrilled with about this whole setup. mostly that it is so low in the world. But it's a dungeon. I'll be able to get string, and in the future it will be a spawn area XP farm. Even though I will very likely never use it as such, I will have more than enough string ever from this thing. And I might just have to do manual killing. It gets spider eyes doing that. Although I could also make a drowning trap. I got a few options. I have to figure that out. Either way, there's a certain depth that I do absolutely have to dig this out to. And when we next return to this project, I will have that done. I have to do that. I have to branch mine. I have to basically do some research on the Eats Road and the rails. I have that path that I can build, but that don't want that to be the entire episode. And I suppose we could explore and see what we can find for a new base out that way. Just take basic gear and yeah, we'll see how far out we go, and then that'll give us an idea how far out our branch mine's going to end up going, because I might focus on digging that way, because I can run into diamonds just doing this. And I might just focus on the lower section for the time being, because I'm going to need the cobble for sure anyway. So that's something else I got to work on off camera. And of course, the only way I can play this game is disconnecting my internet, because it's the only way I get the game sounds. In this version anyway. I think the next version fixes that completely. So this might be one of those shorter seasons as well. However, I'm not ending the season just yet. I'll probably, I don't know what I'll do as a marker to end the season. Maybe get the Eats Road set up and at least build it out there. Maybe a mid-season kind of thing, or between-season kind of thing. Either way, I've got quite a bit of stuff I can still do over here. I need to dig out the area for the water drop and elevator, and I probably could go ahead and do that. Well, no, not quite. I want to, but on that note, I do have to find out how exactly I'm going to run that. So I need to do my research on the Eats Road to figure out how I can do the disembarking and embarking sections. And I need to build a storage room, sort of. I wouldn't say this is going to be a good long-term storage room. It's working for now, but let's see, if I got the Eats Road up there, I wish I knew exactly where it was compared to this. But I think it would be over here, so I might be able to put the storage room there and just replace my infinite spring, maybe move it over to this side. Or I could even put the storage room over on this side, because that's used, this is going to go unused, so that could work. Maybe a future bedroom there when we get beds. Either way, there's like 50 bajillion things to do, and I got a lot of off-camera stuff that I've got to get done between now and the next episode. And with that research, the next episode might not end up making next week. I'm going to try, at the very least, we're going to head out and try and find a potential spot for a base. But either way, there's not going to be any work on the Eats Road or the spider spawner just yet. I have to get some research done. Any suggestions y'all have, feel free to leave in the comments. Stupid skeleton. Don't see any arrows. But, Yeah, that was kind of annoying how I couldn't get the door closed there. I'm going to walk this way because of those stupid cows so that I can say thank you for watching. As always, check the description below. And God bless.